What's up, everybody? This is Podcast Gameoverse, episode 174 for Thursday, March 21st, 2024. I am Wasabi Ice Cream, joined as always by Rick. What's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Rick. I'm here. You're here. We're all here.
Yeah.
Talk about video games.
Yeah.
That's where we always start, man. Tell the people about Sandland. I'm excited to hear about this. This is a game I was excited for. That I was super interested in. So I really want to hear what your take is on this game.
So I played the demo. I didn't play like the game. I played the demo.
That's fine.
You know, which you would hope it gives you a taste of what the actual full game would be like. You know, it's like you load up the demo and it's like, oh shit, yeah, I'm excited to play this game now because I played the demo and it really sated my appetite for this game. This has to be one of the worst demos I've ever played in my life.
What? Why?
It's like rare. It's rare that a demo actually puts me off of the actual game, and that's kind of what this demo did for me, because
all right, yeah, elaborate.
I went into this demo wanting to be like, not knowing anything about Sandland, right? Hoping that the demo would give me a little introduction to the world, to the universe, the characters, the setting, the story. It does not. It does none. It does nothing. You hit start. It throws you into this fucking empty ass map and just says go. And it's like, wait, what are we doing? Like, what's happening? And it's just like, no, play the fucking game. And I'm like, dude, what's like, you don't know what you're doing. So I've not been following any of the Sandland stuff. So I legitimately knew nothing about this game going in, and I know not much more coming out. Here's what I know. Here's what I learned playing this demo. It's some sort of open world survival type of game, but there's not really survival mechanics. What you're doing is you're kind of exploring and you're picking up parts. You're like, there's treasure chests. You're not really upgrading your character as much as you're upgrading these vehicles that you have, and you can summon them at any point. So you've got one, it's like a tank, and it's got you can attach and detach and kind of customize different parts on it. So the tank that you start with in the demo has like a cannon on it. It's got like machine guns. It's got like treads. You can customize the treads and the weaponry and the armoring. You get a motorcycle and you can customize the wheels on it. You can customize the armor and the weapons. And then you get a third vehicle. It's like a mech. It's like a walking mech. So you can punch shit with it, and it also has like weapons, like a cannon and a jetpack and shit like that. So basically, you're in this empty ass fucking open world, and there's like monsters and enemies around, and you can kill stuff and loot stuff, and the loot you're getting is basically, it's all crafting materials from what I can tell. It's all crafting materials and upgrade materials for your vehicles. There's like treasure chests hidden across the map, and you open it up and it's like, oh, you found S grade iron for upgrading your shit. And like, that's it. That's all I know about this game, because I know the main character's name is Beelzebub. There's another guy that's following you, and he's some sort of demon. There's another demon guy following you called Thief. That's his name, this Thief. And there's some other like old man guy, I guess is like your like handler or something. I have no idea. I don't know anything about the characters. The demo didn't set up any fucking plot or story or character. Nothing. You land on this fucking map. It has like the little fog of war thing, so you don't know where anything is. It does the Ubisoft thing where there's like towers scattered around. You go to the tower and it's like, oh hey, if you unlock the tower, it'll reveal all the locations nearby on the map. Then you go to the fucking thing. It's like, oh, you gotta fix it though. It needs materials, and then you don't have the materials, and then it doesn't really plant any. There's no fucking objective marker on the map. There's like, it's just an open map, nothing marked on it. You don't know where the fuck you're supposed to go, what the fuck you're supposed to do, and then in the demo, everything's blocked off too. So you can only go so far. It like even within the bounds of the map, there's still an invisible boundary, almost like the thing that people complain about in Starfield, where it's like you can see past, you can see all of this like map, but really there's like an invisible wall that you can't go any further. Um, I'll say it's probably the demo that it's just blocking you off, so you can't even when you do think you're gonna explore somewhere. I was like, oh nope, we're gonna block you the fuck off. They literally start you outside of what looks like a city, and you can like get close enough to where you can actually see the names of NPCs that are in there, but it blocks you off from walking inside. So you're like, oh well, fuck, I'll go fuck myself then. Like it doesn't do anything. It doesn't let you do anything. There's little dungeons that you can explore, and you go into the dungeons, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, a dungeon. But there's nothing to fuck in the dungeons. You explore the whole dungeon, and there's like 2 or 3 treasure chests. You just open them up. It's like, oh great, fucking crafting materials, and you can't do anything with it because it's a fucking demo, and they just don't give you anything.
That is so frustrating. Like, I was excited for this because it made it seem like the game was like some Japanese ass action RPG
Yeah,
mixed with like Mad Max.
it might be
And
that. Like, I
yeah,
want
it
to
might
say,
be that.
but the
Yeah,
demo does not highlight anything. It doesn't give you anything, man. Like this is the shittiest demo I've ever played in my life.
it's a
Um,
bummer. It's a huge bummer because like the trailers is what got me into it, but I'm not seeing any of the stuff in the trailers that you're doing here. Like,
it doesn't tell you how to do anything. Like you'll come across something, they say the same lines over and over again. Like when you're in one of the dungeons, I think they're like ruins, because they keep saying over and over again. They're like, wow, these ruins. I wonder what this might have been. And then the kid goes like, oh, if I had to guess, it looks like some sort of playground. And then the old man goes, well, I wouldn't let my kids play here, or some shit like that. And they just say that over and over again, over and over again. They keep saying it. And I'm like, guys,
oh my god.
fucking, we've heard this line at least 4 times within the last like minute and a half. Uh, you'll get to like an obstacle, and they'll be like, oh, if only we were able to jump higher. There's got to be something. And I'm like, okay, am I supposed to do something? Am I supposed to, like, I cheesed it with the mech that you can get into has like a jetpack, but it doesn't propel you up. You can just jump. It has a very short jump, and then the jetpack like just lets you hover a bit. And I like cheesed one. I don't even know if I was supposed to do it, but there was like a jumping puzzle where I like cheesed it and I got up to a place. Um, yeah, man, the demo is just, it really. I don't know if this game is good, but if this is representative of this game, I'm gonna say this game is not gonna be good. But I don't want to judge
That's a
it based on
bummer.
this demo.
Yeah. We'll see when it comes out for sure, because that sucks. That just really sucks. It
Yeah,
looked good. The trailer made it seem really cool. So now I gotta wait till the game officially releases. I can have a good
yeah.
opinion on it because that trailer's not gonna do any justice for me apparently.
It's possible that I'm just a fucking dumbass and I just wasn't understanding what they were trying to tell me in the demo, if anything. But I swear to you, man, Hamtaro was there. I was like, I'm gonna uncover, because the map starts out with like a fog of war, so you have to like uncover it. And I swept the entire map for all of the points of interest, and I went into everything. I went into like 3 dungeons, ruins. One of them had a cutscene when I walked into it, but then it was like you just get blocked. There's this blocking thing. Like I almost like they want you to have an ability that it didn't give you in the demo.
What triggered the end of the demo? Was there like
Nothing.
a
Me
story
quitting.
element?
Me quitting is
Yeah,
what triggered the end.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm gonna download this demo and I'm gonna walk away from this either like, oh man, he's right, or Wasabi's a dumbass. Like it's gonna be one of those two. So we'll find out next week. I'm gonna download the demo today. What'd you download on? Like Steam?
It's on Steam. It's on PS5 and Xbox. It's on everything. So,
Okay, good. I'll download on Xbox then.
But yeah, man, just please do, because maybe
Yeah,
you'll see something that I didn't see. But there was absolutely not a single fucking. I didn't find a single fucking thing. And then like there's like there's more powerful enemies scattered around the map too, and some of them are like really tough because you don't know how to play yet, and it just scatters like kind of tough enemies across the map. And one of them like killed me at least like 3 times until I finally killed it. And then once you leave and come back, everything respawns. So like all that shit respawns, and I was like, "Fuck this." Yeah, because I'm sure there's something I missed, but it just doesn't tell you anything. Like there was a part where there was a passageway that was blocked by a bunch of rocks, and when you aim at it, the reticle turns red. So I'm like, oh, I must be able to. Initially I got pissed off, like, oh fuck, here they are blocking me again. There's another fucking thing blocking my path. But I found out you have to take the tank out. It doesn't tell you this, but you take the tank out and you can blow up rocks that are blocking your path, which I didn't realize until fucking I tried it, and it was like, oh, okay, that's something you can do that they just don't tell you. So it's like shit like that where I don't know if I'm just didn't do the thing that I need to do, because
I'm gonna play this demo and watch the first 5 minutes of the demo. The demo is like, this is your tank. You use it to blow up rocks and other obstacles. Watch. Just watch.
It doesn't tell you that, because there's no. When you take it out, it might tell you that, but it does like the demo. It might tell you that, but it does like the demo thing. You know, like PS2 demo discs, where you pop in, you load up a game, and it's like it tells you all the controls. That's what it does when you finally like you load into you hop into a vehicle, and it's like, here's all the fucking controls. And it's like none of it's relevant yet, because like you're not gonna memorize all the shit because none of it's relevant yet, you know. But like that's what it does. It does tell you all of the controls, but you're not gonna fucking memorize 3 pages worth of controls and shit.
I'll check it out. I'll download. I'll check it out. I'll have an opinion next week. I'll either agree with you or tell you why you're wrong. So we'll see what happens.
Either way, I'm looking forward to that.
Are you played Alone in the Dark too? The prologue, right? How was that?
Yeah, Alone in the Dark prologue. What are you fucking putting together a puzzle over there? What the hell is that?
I try to mute my mic. I'm trying to get some ice. Try to mute my mic. I didn't do it in time.
Alone in the Dark prologue. So when we were talking about Alone in the Dark last week, and we were looking at the Steam page, and I realized there was a thing on there that said prologue, and it was free. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna load that up and check it out. And so I did. And this it's interesting.
Okay.
Well, the problem is the thing is like short. It's like less than 10 minutes long. So that was the problem. But those 10 minutes, it's a good 10 minutes. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like it's not good. Like the graphics are great. The story revolves around this kid named Grace. I think it's like a standalone thing. I don't think this is in the actual game, but it sets up I guess it sets up the beginning of the game to where they're going to investigate the location that this is happening in. And
Yeah.
it's this kid Grace who is just walking through her fucking house, and then I guess it takes place in Louisiana, I think. They have accents that are like, yeah, you're south, you're from the south, but she's like exploring the house. You explore the house, and then like shit gets weird. But I think the best part of it is her reactions to the weird shit is like not is not at all like, I found the character of Grace way more interesting than anything else that was happening, because you can like walk into the bathroom and she's like, I already washed my hands today. And I'm like, oh, that's not something you do once a day. That's something you do, multiple times a day.
That reminds me of you ever seen Ted?
Yeah.
Like the first movie, there's a joke where there's this weird kid, like his dad kidnaps him, and Ted's like, "Hey, I know what we can do. Let's play hide and seek." He's like, "I never play hide and seek." He's like, "No, it's an easy game. I'll teach you how to play it." And the kid's like, "Do I need to wash my hands for this game?" And he's like, "No, you don't have to wash your hands." Wait, that's a weird fucking question. I don't know why you asked that, but okay, it reminds the same energy with that.
Yeah, like her as a character and her reactions to, because as you're walking through the house, shit gets weird, and then she reacts to the weird shit as if it's like a fucking normal day. Like the entire like foyer gets flooded, and then there's like sea creatures in there, and then one jumps out at her and she goes, "Down, boy." I'm like, dude, that's a fucking monster, not a goddamn pet.
Jesus.
Or like something like that. And yeah, her reactions are like fucking weird as fuck, because this shit is actually going south, but she's not reacting properly to it.
Well, that's kind of the appeal of like these horror games, right? Like, well, not these horror games, but horror in general. Like Twin Peaks is the same thing, where characters just kind of act like half a beat off from like everyone else.
But there's another character that is acting properly. Like he's like freaking out, and she's just like, "Hey man, fucking, you forgot to deliver this letter. I'm gonna deliver this letter for you while you're freaking the fuck out." And then yeah, it's interesting, but again, it's only like, it's a less than 10-minute song, which I didn't expect. I thought it was just gonna be this whole thing to like really set up the universe. Again, I thought it was gonna like set up the universe more than it actually ended up doing. Because I was intrigued by this Grace character. Yeah, because that was one of the things. I was like, man, if the rest of the game is like this, then I'd actually be kind of interested, because the way how strange the character is actually kind of interesting. And it just doesn't it doesn't really, it ends before it actually starts getting going, which was a bummer. So yeah, it's got me interested in the actual game. If the actual game is, I'm pretty sure she's not going to be in the game, but I'm sure it'll have the same similar writing and similar style. So yeah, I'm interested in the reviews for the game are actually out. I've seen it all over the place. I've seen 8s and I've seen 3s. So it seems like it's gonna be one of those games that's kind of just,
yeah. I think
mixed.
a bunch of critic reviews have been like towards the lower side. But one thing I've noticed, a lot of the personable reviews, I should say, like actual players, and a lot of YouTubers I watch who like horror games, like they've been pretty positive on them so far.
Yeah, so it looks okay. I just don't know why they put out this prologue thing. This should just be in the game, or it should just be like a cinematic that you could just watch, because it's like basically nothing. It's like nothing here. So this should just be in the full game or a cinematic. But yeah,
Yeah.
it did intrigue me at least a little bit more than that Sandland demo did. That's for sure. So
All right, I'll check the game out for sure. Like it's on my list, on my ever growing list of games.
but
I haven't played a lot. I haven't played a lot this week. I downloaded that Dragon's Dogma character creator. That's been fun. I'm just fucking around with that, getting my character ready for when Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out. I can just, excuse me, I can just transfer that character over, call it a day. What I did play though, just out of just randomness, because the game was on sale. My brother saw it. He was like, "Yo, let's get it so we can play together." Dead Rising 3.
yeah.
It was on sale on the Xbox Store.
How much?
Now I already own the game on Steam.
How
it was
much?
like $10 for like the game of the year.
Okay.
Well, so this is bullshit, right? It's $10 for the game and all the season pass content. But after the season pass came out, Dead Rising 3 got this like multiplayer expansion. It was like Dead Rising 3 Super Alpha Turbo Hyper Edition Remix Extreme, something like that. Remember that?
Yeah.
And the whole thing is like a love letter to like Capcom and Capcom games, and it's got 4-player co-op and all this and that. That was not part of the season pass. That's another $10. That's just like a regular price, not on sale. So I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale. But what pisses me off, I own that game on Steam. That Super Turbo Hyper Alpha Remix whatever never came out on PC. It's an Xbox exclusive content.
Oh.
So I bought this thinking like, oh, this will be my chance to finally try this out. No, I gotta pay $10 more if I want to do that. So I'm gonna wait on that.
Well, I think it is on the Windows Store version. I bought this game when it launched. I bought this at launch, Xbox One launch game.
Yeah.
So I've had it for a while. I think it is on the Windows Store version.
It might be, but I own it on Steam, not Windows. So that fucked me. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. The game itself is pretty fun, but I'm noticing a lot of glitches I didn't see in the original game. Now, it's been a while since I played it. When I got it on Steam, I got it on Steam like forever ago. Like it was one of the first games I had on Steam. And I don't remember it being quite this glitchy. There's a lot of like weird physics things where I bump into something and it just goes flying instead of just like brushing out of the way or something. The physics don't react the way you expect them to. The gameplay feels really like stiff because it's running at 30 FPS, so it feels really stiff to play through. There's a lot of graphical glitches too, where like textures are like kind of fading in and out. Like it's very minimal, but you can see it if you focus on it. And I'm tripping out because I'm like, what the fuck is this? I looked it up on Google. Apparently, it doesn't play super well with the Xbox Series X. Like the game runs fine on the original hardware, but once it's you try to play on Series X, it starts to get a little fucky.
Interesting.
And I guess that's what's going on with the game. I can't confirm it yet. I have to try the Steam version again to see if that's the case. But yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass to play. It's still fun. Like it's still a fun game, but yeah, that's something that annoys the fuck out of me. And it does a lot of good things though. The timer is practically non-existent in this game. Like survivors, each like side quest still has a timer on it to start and finish it, but the overall plot, if it has a timer, dude, I can't tell because it doesn't tell me a time limit and I don't get any messages like I'm running out of time. So I don't know if like the actual main plot has a time limit to it, or if it does, it's really, really fucking slow. Because I'm not noticing anything. I love a lot of the quality of life changes they made to the game. Things like being able to craft weapons anywhere. You don't have to go to a craft room to do it. You can just, I have these weapons in my inventory. Let's craft them right here, and that's it. It's awesome. The boss fights are a lot of fun. The dialogue's really funny. Like I like the game. I like the game a lot, and I think for $10, yeah, it was worth it. It's got some extra DLC content, some extra character episodes from characters you met through the game, some characters you probably haven't met through the game. I haven't played those. Even on Steam, I never played them. So I'll probably try them later. But yeah, all in all, fun game. I like picking it up. I'm never going to touch it again once Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm waiting for, man. Also, as I was mentioning, I upgraded my computer. So when I had my old rig, I had an 850 watt power supply on it. And I got this new rig that was pre-built at a 650 watt power supply, which was fine for the graphics card it came with. I recently upgraded to a 3060 graphics card. It should be a 12 gigabyte 3060. It should be coming in on Saturday. But I found out my 650 power supply is not going to cut it. So I had to take out my old 850, put it in, swap out the 650 this one came with. That was a pain in the ass, dude.
Yeah,
that took me like 2 hours.
You gotta take everything apart for that.
Yeah. And not just that, but like the computer I have is like pre-built. So a lot of the stuff there is like proprietary. Like I'm pretty sure the power supply is proprietary. Because it doesn't have like cable connectors. Like everything's already hardwired into the power supply. So all those cable connectors that you probably be swapping in and out of the power supply or connecting to it are just built into it. So that was a pain in the ass, like untangling that fucking hydra of a mess. Everything was already like zip tied down, so I had to like cut the zip ties out, reorganize everything. Cable management's been a pain in the ass. There's a little bulge in my desktop because I couldn't close it quite right with the cable layout. So there's a little bulge there. It's a little one. But it runs. It's fine. I stopped at the power supply, no problem. I knew it was going to be the biggest headache, so I did that first, like last night. Shit took me 2 hours. But it's good now. It's good now.
Yeah, I use an open air case where like it's basically just a frame and you just attach your shit to the frame and there's no like enclosure or anything. It's pretty fucking dope, man, because it's wait, I'll put up a little image of it here. It's called the X Works. It's fucking awesome, man, because just building things on this or just having to do anything with it is super easy. Because everything's just right there, and you can just access it without having to really do too much.
As cool as that is, I'm worried about that because I have cats.
Yeah. So I
don't want them fucking with it. I don't want hair getting in it. So that might be fun to use for like. So I have a bunch of leftover parts. So I might I want to build like a little PC just to play with.
Yeah.
So I might use that case for it.
Or like a little like server or something.
Not a server, but it's like maybe like a MAME machine or something.
Yeah.
Or an emulator machine, just strictly for emulating games. Maybe for D&D, just connect it to my TV and then download Roll20 to it. I got some ideas. We'll cross that bridge when I come to it, though. Yeah, send me the link to that. I think that'll help me quite a bit.
This thing's expensive. Yeah,
like $160, but
expensive. But
why is it so much fucking money? There's like no enclosure.
It's all just custom machined aluminum. It's like 2 pieces of machined aluminum. So I would assume just machining all that stuff is where like the cost comes in. It's all just custom machined brushed aluminum. It's really quality stuff. But you pay
that makes sense.
You pay a little premium for the custom shit, But I like it. It's probably the last case I'll ever buy in my life. So
okay, I'll give it a try.
In Discord. But yeah, I think we're that was all I played. So
yeah, that was all I played really. I haven't played anything. So let's go into the news. More ways to play your GOG games. GOG is teaming up with Amazon Luna Cloud Gaming. So on Luna, you'll be able to play every game that you already own on GOG, which is awesome. That's
fucking
awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh, I never saw that coming. That's just a cool fucking thing to happen that I didn't expect to happen.
Yeah, I remember when Nvidia launched their streaming service, and they were like, "Hey, everything you own on Steam, you can just stream it." And we're like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah!" But then like all the publishers got pissed off because they were like, "Whoa, man, we didn't agree to that. We want either you take us off or give us a cut of that money." And they were like, "Okay, you're off." So it's cool that someone else can do that, but also I guess anyone who's already on Luna has already done that deal. So them doing it with GOG as well is not gonna, like, no one's gonna be surprised by that, 'cause they're still buying those games. It's still on Luna. But yeah, if you buy a game on GOG and it's available on Luna, you can just stream it through Luna. And then same way, it goes both ways. So if you buy it through Luna and it's available on GOG, you then own a DRM free copy of that game that just goes straight into your GOG account, and you can just play it normally as well.
I need to try that then, because Amazon, I don't know if it would work with this, but Amazon Prime has some benefits for gaming, and one of them is like a rotation of like free Luna games. So I wonder, like, that rotation of games, if they're available on GOG now. Probably not. I'm sure they thought through, but can I just download this game that's supposed to be like on a rotation? Like, just download a DRM free copy of it, and I got that game forever. I'm sure they probably thought it out, but we're gonna try that.
That'd be interesting. This isn't out yet. They've only just announced it. There's no date or anything, so they'll release more info in time. But it's a great idea. Great idea. Luna, I've tried Luna. It was okay. You know, but I mean, this has always been the thing. Is like, you don't want to have to buy the games multiple times. So that was a problem with Stadia, and so yeah. And the other part is, well, you don't want to buy the game and then the service shuts down and you lose access to that game. So this is just this is like the best case scenario. Is you buy the game and you own it forever, DRM free. It really is the best case.
And the progress carries over, right? Like, yeah, cloud saves and seems to work.
Yeah.
That's one of my big concerns with cloud gaming on Xbox, because not everything, it's like a pre-selected list of games that are available on cloud, right? So, which is fine. If I'm playing a game on Game Pass and it's available on cloud, it's cool. I can go back and forth. But if it's a game that doesn't work.
Yeah, there's weird games on Xbox's cloud. Like DJ Max is on the cloud streaming thing on Xbox, and I'm like, how the fuck do you play a rhythm game, a very difficult rhythm game, through the cloud, man?
You don't. You don't. You just skip that game.
But you can, though. That's the thing. It's like, I don't even know why it's up there. But yeah. So that's cool shit. That's cool shit right there. Steam announced Steam Families.
Yes, this is cool. This is cool and shitty. There's some cool things in there. There's some shitty things in there too. We'll talk about in a minute. But basically, it's replacing Steam's family sharing and Steam Family View plan. Steam Family allows a family, quote unquote, of 5 people to gain access to all their shareable games. So if you, me, and Hambo started up a Steam Family, you would have access to my games, I would have access to both of your games.
Yep.
Some caveats: you can only play that game one at a time. So, unfortunately, you guys won't be able to play. If I bought Dragon's Dogma 2, I could play it, but you guys could not play at the same time I was.
Yeah.
Also, if one of you guys decided to like do some exploits on that game and send out some like fucking modded ass like pawns and got me banned and got yourself banned, it would also ban me from the game too.
Yeah.
So, enter at your own risk. That kind of pissed me off a little bit.
But to be fair, that's a good disincentive, I guess. I mean, if you're like, if your kid is doing some bullshit and like the parent got punished for it, you'd be like, well, you're fucking banned, kid, or you know, from my platform, or you know, I'm gonna revoke your access, kid, because you fucked up, or some shit like that. But obviously, I feel like it's a good, thing, even though it's shitty. It is a good thing, because I mean, what else are you gonna fucking do? You know?
I mean, you can ban the account from the game, can't you? Like it makes more sense if like
The one that's actually doing the bad shit should be banned.
yeah, maybe send a warning to like the family holder, you know.
The thing is, how would you know that? Because what you could do is you could like exploit the system by just creating a Smurf account that you add to the family, and then you do all your bullshit on that like side account. And if that one is the one that got banned, you could just keep creating like bullshit accounts.
I mean, to an extent, like you can only kick. What do they say? You can only kick someone off your family account. Like you gotta wait a year if we can put them back on or switch their spot out, something like that. But yeah, you're right. Like it makes sense if that's something that can be exploited. But it's still like it pisses me off. Like I know like some bullshit's gonna happen where like I don't know, like I had my kid like you know, my kid's playing online or something and call someone the N word and then and then my entire like Halo account is like banned. I'm saying my kid specifically, just like in general, like I could see that being a problem for some people and then just like
Yeah. But you know, on the other hand, there's like no one else is doing this.
that's
So
true.
on the other hand, I have to like give
Yeah.
them the credit where it's deserved, because this is more than you get on any other platform. So
That's true.
I will give them
This is
like,
better than this is literally better than nothing, which is what everyone else is doing. Nothing.
yeah. So
So that is cool. Like my brothers and I were talking about it. Like, yo, do you guys want to do this? Like, this would be pretty cool.
yeah, um it's like an obvious no brainer. And
Yeah.
like and also it's like it's also free, by the way.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo would have you pay for like, oh, we can do the family subscription, and even then it's like significantly less than what you get here. um yeah, like you can play different games at the same time,
Yeah.
for like any amount. But if you want to play the same game at the same
But you all
time,
have to own it.
you all have to like have your own copy of the game, which
Which makes sense.
sounds
Like,
shitty, but yeah, it makes sense. Like I can understand why they would do that.
yeah.
So
It makes sense why they would do that because the game was like local co-op. You know, the idea is this is for people in the same household. Is the idea.
yeah,
Like you, your kids, maybe your wife, if your wife's into it. Like that's the idea for it. That's not how it's going to be used. Obviously, like it's going to be made. It's going to be used with like, you know, with people's. You could say, what's the term I'm looking for? Like found family. You know.
yeah,
You know, a bunch of buddies that are super close online are going to be using this. My brothers and I, we live. You know, one of them lives in Japan. You know, my youngest brother lives in Tucson with me. He'll be still like 30, 40 minutes away from me. Like, we're going to be using that for sure to do that. Like, you know, like it's everyone's definition of family is different. So,
Yeah.
but the point is that if the intent was is for people in the same household, which if you guys want to play those games together anyway, you would have ought to buy a different copy unless the game was like local co-op. So you're not really losing anything by making that requiring everyone to buy the game to play it together.
Yeah. And even local co-op games, they have the remote play together stuff.
Yeah.
So, which kind of hit and miss. It's usually okay though.
Yeah, it
What
wasn't
we've tried.
bad for the most part when we tried it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked for the most part. um, so
I
I
would.
mean, yeah. Continue.
I think the shittiest thing about this is that they don't address the single person but multiple devices thing of you have like a Steam Deck and you have like a desktop PC and you just want to play different games on each devices at the same time but on the same account. uh because since getting like a Steam Deck adjacent device myself and me being like an avid fan of idle games, there's times where I'm like running an idle game on one device and I just want to load something up on my other device and I can't do it. It'll like kick you out.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that. Even though you're playing two different games with different devices, it'll kick you out.
Yeah.
It thinks it's like some shenanigans. It doesn't recognize it as like, oh, this is like a Steam Deck adjacent device in the same house. It's like, oh, here's another device on your Steam account at the same time. Like,
Yeah, or just a Steam, like it happens if you even just a Steam Deck. If you have a Steam Deck and a
yeah,
desktop, you cannot play two games at the
yeah,
same time on both of those devices, which is
yeah.
fucking insane.
It doesn't recognize it as like a separate device in the same household. It's like, oh, someone else is using your Steam account. We're
Yeah.
gonna block it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like, it'd be the same thing if I gave my brother my like Steam password and he was trying to play a game while I was trying to play a game. Like, they would stop it because they think like, oh, they're sharing a password here.
Yeah.
Or it gets to say, yeah, that's shitty. That's really shitty.
It's something that's only highlighted now because they are selling this device. They are selling the
Yeah,
Steam Deck that allows you to do stuff like that, and that has like highlighted the problem.
yeah, that's really shitty. And I could see other problems coming from that too. Like, let's say like, you know, you have the same account on it, right? But the Steam Deck is like, oh no, the Steam Deck's for my kid, right? And like, it's probably not common because they're expensive, but let's say that's the case.
Yeah.
You know, the Steam Deck's for my kid, and I have all these kid games on my account for him to play. Suddenly, your kid can't play like the Bluey game while you're like playing Diablo or something. It's gonna stop both of you. So
I mean, that's why they have this family system would solve that
yeah,
because you could just set the
yeah,
kid up with like a little account and then just say, okay, put all the Bluey games on that account, and then
yeah.
they can just do that. Which is probably what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to like make
I was gonna say you have to make like a
a
Steam
Smurf
Deck
account,
account. Yeah.
yeah, for yourself.
You have to call it something like Wasabi Ice Deck or something. And just like that be like your Steam Deck account. Like, these are the games I play on my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Which roundabout way of doing it, but like
But it's shitty because if it's everything's separate, then like I don't know if there's an option to be like, no, there's the same account, so just don't separate my saves, don't separate my achievements, don't separate my shit. Just keep it all together,
yeah.
because it's gonna separate everything. So
And
I
it's
feel like
funny to
that's
me
not
that
a
something like that is a problem when like I get they're different device, different infrastructure, but I never had that problem with like Vita and PlayStation, right? Like I could play I remember playing on my Vita while also having a game up on my PlayStation. Like that was never a problem to do both. And
Well, it's a little
it's really
different.
shitty. It is different because it does recognize the different
It would be like
devices.
if you had two PS4s and you
Yeah,
tried to play the same game. Well, not the same game, just
yeah,
different games on the same account. I think you can only
yeah,
log into one account at the same time.
yeah. But what I mean is that like the system treated them as two different devices under the same account. How can that two different devices? Like, how can I word it? They treated them not as extensions of each other, but like different means to an end, I guess.
Yeah.
Where Steam doesn't have the infrastructure to do that. Like, it doesn't recognize your Steam Deck as your Steam Deck. It recognizes another account as another device with Steam on it, and that's what causes these issues.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Steam's pretty good about like updating the stuff when it doesn't work and then trying out new things. Like, that's one of the things I like about Steam. Like, they're doing stuff that other people aren't doing.
Yeah.
So for them to be like trying it at least is like really cool. So I like this family plan. I'll hit my brothers up, see if they're interested. I sent them the link to it and they were interested in it. So we'll have to sit down and talk it out and say like, hey, if we're gonna do this, like, how are we gonna do it? Like, do you guys want to do it? Because these are the caveats here. Like... So I don't want to get banned from like. I don't want my like Halo account to be banned because someone called me
tell someone that, I feel like if you have to tell someone that, you should probably just not even. Right?
I don't think it'll be a problem. I don't think it'll be a problem. I just want them to know, like, hey, this could happen. Like, I don't know if you read all the terms and conditions, like, this could happen.
Yeah, but I would never trust a friend who's like, hey, you gotta stop your Destiny hacking because if we're gonna do this, like, I would just not even, if that was the kind of person that...
Yeah, none of them are hacking. It's just I want them to understand, like, hey, these are the risks associated with this. Like, yeah. Not just you guys, but me. If I decided, like, I want to do some Destiny hacking, like, you're gonna like lose your shit. So just sit down and talk it out with them just to make sure we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Like, that nothing's already, no hacking's already being done. Like, no one's like griefing or anything on like Call of Duty or Halo, you know?
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to wake up one morning and see I got banned from Master Chief Collection because someone got angry and said the N-word. Like, it's not gonna happen. But I think they do, don't they? Like,
I don't think so.
That's fucked up. They should. But
well, like, unless someone like reports you, but I don't think anyone really does that. Rare.
So I just want to make sure like we're all on the same page with this. Like, hey, this are the benefits. Here's the risks. I trust you guys not to be doing this. Do you guys trust me not to be doing this? You do? Cool. Then let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I love my brothers. I love my brothers. I assume they're not hacking, but I want to talk with them to make sure. Like,
yeah, this is a no-brainer. You can check their like Steam account and see if they have any strikes, because their strikes are like public.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think so.
I did not know that. I'll check it out then.
Yeah, this is like a no-brainer. If you've got, I don't have any family, or I don't have any family that plays games at all, especially on Steam. So
yeah,
this would be mostly unused by me. I mean, I would maybe invite some friends to it. Yeah. But yeah, I really don't. Yeah, I would not use most of this for my actual family.
I've had a Steam like account for like ever, and my brother's like recently got into PC gaming, like in the last couple years. My youngest brother got into PC gaming once like a year ago, like really into it. So they're gonna benefit a lot more from this than I am, I think. Yeah. They have pretty respectable libraries, but like I feel like a lot of their libraries are gonna be similar to what I already have. I don't know. I haven't gone through my brother's Steam library in a while, but yeah, I feel like they're going to benefit a little bit more from this than I will. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, and they do have like some games I don't know if I can try out. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is a cool idea though. Like as much as like as glaring as like some of the cons are, like there's some pros here that are neat. So we'll see what happens with that. What people start saying. Some quickie news: Alpha Protocol is available once again, which is awesome. Like this game got delisted forever ago, and now it's back on GOG, DRM free.
GOG exclusive, I think.
Yes, I found out about this from you never heard of a YouTuber Reykjavik. I put his video up on the video game chat, and yeah, he did a video with GOG explaining that hey, Alpha Protocol's back. Here's why it's back. Here's like developer interviews, like talking about how they made this happen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a whole ass thing. It feels like a sponsored video. It really does feel like a sponsored video because it's like, here's a team up with GOG, but at the same time, he actively shit talks the game too. He's very honest. Like, the game's like not great. Like it's very stiff. The aiming is dog shit. The game can be very convoluted and unexplained things. The glitches are terrible, but the game still deserves to be preserved. So we did. Like preservation shouldn't just be for like great games.
Yeah.
And it feels like a very honest video. If it's sponsored content, it's very honest sponsored content. And I agree with where he's coming from here. And it's a really cool video. I recommend checking it out. Put it in the video game chat. But they go into quite a bit of detail, like the hardest parts of making it happen, how long it took to make happen. And again, they talk to like developers about it, and they talk to like other GOG employees about it, about their history with the game and what they preserve from it, what they tweak to make it run. Like there's a lot of work on here, like about how they made this happen. And you wouldn't expect that for a game that came out like over 10 years ago that everybody forgot about.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone talked about it when it came out. Yeah, me neither. I don't think anyone really talked about it when it came out. Like people described it as like Mission Impossible with mix of Mass Effect but shittier. And like yeah, accurate. Yeah, they should just remaster it already, honestly. Just like remaster it. Like just remake it. Make the game you wanted to make. Make it good. That's a game that needs a remake, honestly. Alpha Protocol. Like that's a game that needs a remake, I think.
Yeah. It's in the Obsidian joint. Maybe they'll have like a small squad over there to do that.
Maybe. So yeah, that's a thing. Excuse me. Excuse me. Shit. That's a thing you can check out. It's on GOG right now. It's on sale. Game is usually about $20, but you can get it on sale now as like a limited like day one release for $17.99. So go check that out. Honestly, this is cool. Like it's cool to see this happening. It's good to see some people taking video game preservation seriously, especially since so many developers are so adamant of like not doing that, right? I think Ubisoft just made a statement about like players getting comfortable not owning their games. So it's cool to see that here's GOG doing something. They put their money where their mouth is, right? The point of GOG is to be this DRM free, like way to own your games. Like you own your games, and it's all about game preservation and power to the consumer. And here they are putting their money where their mouth is, like re-releasing this like 10-plus-year-old game that got middling reviews that nobody's really talking about. I don't think anyone really misses this game. And here they are putting in like, I think they said it was like a year and a half of work, like just phone calls and emails trying to make this happen. And yeah, good on them. They put their money where their mouth is here. In other news, Epic Game Store is coming to iOS and Android.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Now,
Yeah, I didn't know about this.
I could not find an official announcement for this other than they announced it on X, but there's no like
Formerly known
blog
as Twitter.
post about it. There's no more information on this other than Epic Game Store is coming to iOS and Android. Okay, what's yeah, there's no more information other than that. What's the point? Is I guess
Yeah.
well, the point is to sell you Fortnite again,
Yeah.
so they can get their cut that they want. But what else is the point? I guess like what else is going to be on there? Is it going to be if I buy something on there? Is it going to be cross-platform? I'm going to have to buy it on both iOS and Android. Or like PC versions included in that,
Yeah.
uh, are like developers going to be incentivized to put their stuff on that
Yeah.
store? Is there going to be any uh like filtering of like shitty bullshit content? Like, you know, is it just gonna be like a there's tons of questions that there are no
Yeah.
answers because there's no real official announcement.
Yeah.
At least there
Especially
wasn't.
as it's not even like up yet. Like it's not
Yeah,
even
it's
in the
not.
app store yet. So
Yeah, it's not even up yet. So we'll we'll find out, I guess. But there's no info on this. So
yeah. So
other
we'll
than
see
it's
that
happening.
when that comes out. We'll see what that actually does when it's available. You watched one of those campfire chats with Diablo 4. I did not. So
Oh
real quick
yeah,
notes here.
yeah. So season 4 is rapidly approaching. I think that one of the dates, I think the date for that was like April something. April. But some of the things that they said were very very exciting.
Okay,
Very exciting.
like
So, I think one of the biggest things is they're setting up a PTR for season 4 before it
okay,
actually launches. So, you can hop into the PTR and actually start testing shit out for the new season before it actually launches. And some of the things with that is you can just boost your character straight to level 100. It'll give you 100 million gold. It'll give you like everything. So you can actually just start like building, just test things out like the end game stuff, which is great. If you just want
cool.
to hop in there and just get like a super just character going and just play it that way, you could do that. Um, but they're changing and adding so much shit. The stream they did here was like a damn near 2 hour stream.
Yeah, I saw that. It blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, them just explaining some of the changes, and one of the biggest changes is the itemization changes.
Yeah.
Are massive. It's just it's like incredible. Uh, so I think one of the biggest things they're doing is they're getting rid of a ton of those shitty affixes. The
Good.
really specific affixes where it's like um where you're having a fix that's like 12% chance on Sunday when the moon is red, but only between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m.
After a
While
crit.
yeah, um, yeah, they're getting rid of that shit. So there's gonna be significantly less affixes, but the affixes that are there are gonna be more powerful. So basically,
Good.
they're getting rid of the
Good.
bullshit. They're adding a more quality. They said quality over quantity. So
Good.
like with that,
Good.
they're doing that. They're reducing the amount of loot that drops, but again, they're increasing the quality. So when the loot does drop, it'll be better loot. Um,
Good.
so like when you're
I
doing
fucks with that.
when you're running through like a dungeon or whatever, there'll be less loot drops. So you have to like stop less to like pick up shit. And you're not gonna have to like read a bunch of bullshit to see, oh, is this better than what the fuck I have? They're just putting an end to all of that and just Just when shit drops, it'll just be way more easier to tell if it's better than what you have. And
That's interesting. It's very interesting. I want to see how that works because, like, I mean, the common idea with ARPGs is like more loot's better. Like, even if it's bad loot, you can still scrap it or sell it or whatever.
Yeah.
So to go the opposite of that, like, I'd love to see how that works. Like, it's great in theory, but I would love to see like how that works in practice.
Yeah, they're changing the aspects system. So when you have a legendary that has an aspect on it, and say like you have like multiple legendaries that have the same aspect, but it'll be different tiers of the aspect. They're adding multiple tiers to every aspect. So if you have an aspect that drops, if you have a legendary that drops with like the highest tier aspect, and you have like, say you have like the lowest tier one, and you want to, you get the new aspect by dismantling it, right?
Yeah.
And it'll upgrade the tier that you have of that aspect to the one that you just dismantled, and then you will always have that tier. So every aspect has 16 tiers to them. So whenever you dismantle one, you'll get that tier, and you'll always have that, and you can always imprint that tier to, like, it's not an item anymore. You know how you remove the aspect? You don't do that anymore. You can only dismantle it, and then when you dismantle it, it just adds it to your book, and you just always have that. Yeah.
That's how it should have been, man.
Yeah.
That's how it should have been. It was a pain in the ass, like, finding these aspects. Like, okay, this is the aspect I want.
Yeah.
And it's a tier I have. I'm going to dismantle it. But now I got to save it because once I use it, that's it. So I got to be very careful where I put it. I like this. I like this. So they have multiple tiers to them. So you can get better. There's still incentive to, like, check the aspects that drop to see if the tier's better. So you can, like, dismantle that and get another tier without, like, it being a one and done thing. Yeah. I love that. God, that's fucking great.
It's such a good change, because I would have a chest, like my storage chest would be full of fucking aspects, like those like items, and I'd be like, I don't know if I'm gonna ever use these or whatever.
But it's a one-time thing, so I gotta save them.
Yeah. And I don't never know when I'm gonna find another one again, so I just hoard them. But yeah, no, you never have to do that again. You just dismantle whatever you find. If it's better than what you have, your tier upgrades, and then you just have the next tier of it forever, and you can put it on whatever.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this. Is Diablo good again? I hope it is.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, a lot of these changes. New Jiraiya's in the chat, by the way. He said Hades is fun.
Hades is fun.
Hades is a lot of fun.
It's incredible. It's one of my I think it was my game of the year that year. It's great. Yeah. It's good game. Oh, it's my son. I think he's done eating. You done eating, Booger? You done eating? I'm done. Yeah, he's done.
They added a new tempering system. So
keep talking. I'm gonna get my son out of the side chair, but you keep talking.
All right. So the tempering system they introduced is a new way to add new affixes to your items, and what it reminds me of is it's very similar to what Last Epoch is doing, where all your items have a durability. And New Jiraiya says in the chat, which is better, Asus ROG Ally or Steam Deck? Well, Steam Deck is cheaper, so that has a huge consideration for when it comes to price. ROG Ally is it's worse.
Well, the ROG Ally is a Windows system, right? It's not like Steam Deck using Steam OS.
Windows, and that's the problem, is Windows is shitty for using like a handheld device. So
but with that
powerful.
you can download like Game Pass to it. You can download the Epic launcher to it. You just have more variety with it. You got to deal with a shittier operating system because it is not built for that at all.
But I would say Steam Deck is better. It's just a more thought out product in terms of actually using it. And like the RG Ally would just be a fucking headache. And I heard a lot of people just had problems with it. So
It's like the Steam Deck is a lean back product. The ROG
yeah,
Ally is a lean forward product.
yeah. If you like fucking with shit, then ROG Ally would probably be good. 'Cause it just has a lot more options. But Steam Deck is easy choice. You can get the OLED version, and you have yourself a good time. So, but tempering. Dude, you
Yeah,
fucking
temporary.
moving furniture over there?
So I'm getting my son out of this high chair. I told you what I was doing. I thought I muted myself, so that's my bad.
um, tempering is it's a new way to add affixes to your items, and what it is your equipment is gonna have like durability values, and you can temper them as many times as you have durability. And I think you really only have like 2 chances to add affixes. Like everything has a maximum of 2 durability. I think the ancestral items have 2, and everything else will have 1. But you'll find items that'll say, okay, here's the affixes that come with this manual of crafting. And it'll be stuff that's within like they're all within the same category, and it'll be like, here's the affixes you can get with this manual of crafting. And you take it to the blacksmith, and you're like, okay, here's what I have. Let's temper it, and it uses 1 of your durability, and then it'll add a random affix from that manual. So you can see
Okay, I like that.
yeah, you can see I'm showing the video here, like on the
I
left.
like this.
Yeah,
Like this. I totally skipped their last season, so
yeah, me too. It was just not.
yeah. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to play. I got to my first dungeon, and I was like, this is bullshit, and I stopped.
Yeah. So, but these changes are more like core changes. These aren't even like seasonal changes. Like these changes
Yeah.
are at the core. It's like for the season, but it's also for like the base game. Like even Eternal Realm is gonna get all of this shit. Like everything is gonna change in even the base game. So
Yeah, but the changes are being applied like next season, right?
yeah.
So that's when I'll be hopping back, and I'm not gonna play like the base game again. I'm gonna hop into the new season with all this shit, and then see how it works. But the season content's gotta be fun too, so we'll see.
Yeah. So that's just some of the
Like
stuff
that.
that they showed off. That was some of the bigger stuff where I was like, these are great fucking changes, man. These are great changes. So that's more of the stuff that I was excited about. They haven't really spoken about the season content specific yet. But I'm sure like the next time they do one of these, they'll talk about that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought I would mention some of that, because even though I'm not actively playing that game, I'm still keeping up with what they're announcing for it, because I genuinely I enjoy the game. Like it's a fun game. I like playing it. So
Yeah, no, I like playing it too, and it's just they got to keep the content good for me to keep playing it.
yeah,
And I was super into it with the vampire stuff. Like that vampire season was so much fun. I had fun with that,
yeah.
and they
They're
fucked it up with
updating.
this one.
They're updating the Hell Tides too. That was another thing they showed in there, where they're increasing. It sounds like they're gonna make the Hell Tides more like those vampire zones, where it's just fucking enemies everywhere. And then the longer you stay in the Hell Tide and kill shit, a meter builds up, and when the meter fills up, they come and hunt you, and then it's just like a fucking endless mob. It's basically like the little event that you start in that vampire area, where there's just tons of motherfuckers. Um, Seems like it was a lot like that, where that meter builds up. It's just tons of motherfuckers coming at
I
you.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that. Give me mobs to kill.
Yeah.
That's what I play this game for, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this game. Say what you want about Diablo with their like season practices or monetization ideas, but shit dies so good in that game. Like it
Yeah.
feels really fucking good to kill shit in that game. That's why the vampire season was so much fun because of how much it built up mob density, how satisfying it was to just clear these mobs out. Like, you know, they doubled down on what made that game so much fun with that season.
Yeah.
And that's why if they're gonna make that a continuous thing and they're gonna tweak how that works as a continuous just mob of enemies, dude, fucking bring it on. I'm down. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. And they did bring back in the mid-season update, I think it was like a week or two ago, they brought back a lot of the vampire powers. So there was a lot of fun powers in that season too, where I was like, oh, this like is build defining. The one where it just like sucks the life from like all the enemies nearby. I was like, this is great. They added a lot of those back into the game as like just base game content, so you can get some of those powers again, which is awesome.
Awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, Diablo is looking like it's looking good. I wish it would have launched with some of these ideas. It's crazy seeing the people responsible for how shitty it is come out and be like, yeah, here's the changes we're making, even though it's I don't know, it's weird. Like I like that they're doing it, so you know we can see like I'm the one responsible for I'm the lead game designer, and I'm the associate game designer, and yeah, here's what we're doing to fix what we fucked up in the first place. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, at least they're fixing it. Like I don't have to feel like I just wasted $70. Like
It's also
on a
coming to
game
Game
that
Pass.
was
It's coming
yeah,
to
it's also
Game
coming to
Pass.
Game Pass, so just
Yeah,
in
like
time for that. Like it's coming to Game Pass.
like a couple weeks here, next week I think.
Yeah.
Marvel
Yes.
1943.
So we talked about this when they first announced it.
Yeah.
We were joking, like if Captain America doesn't call Black Panther boy, it's a no buy from me. I'm not gonna say Marvel heard us say that. But in this trailer, Black Panther calls Captain America boy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a fun flip of the script. That's not how I expected that to go. But
I will say this fucking trailer is absolutely incredible.
oh yeah,
However,
it shows off zero gameplay.
yeah,
But,
there's a video game here that we haven't seen yet. And that's
yeah,
the problem.
but like the visuals look great. The voice acting and performance capture looks incredible, dude.
Yeah. I don't know what engine they're using on this. It's gotta be
It's
like
Unreal Engine 5,
yeah.
isn't it?
It's gotta be. Shit looks great. It looks fucking great. I've never been more excited for a Marvel product than I'm not like a Marvel superhero guy or anything. So I have not even seen the Black Panther movies at all. I've seen the first Captain America. I might have seen the first two.
I think the Black Panther movies are good. That's just me.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's something about this trailer that makes me like, holy shit, dude! I gotta like. It makes me want to watch this as a movie, and completely forget that there's a video game attached to this because I don't even care.
Yeah, dude. There were some parts in there I forgot it was like a video game.
Yeah.
Like it's come so close to like. Just the facial capture alone on Black Panther is incredible, dude. Like.
Yeah. All of them. It just looks so good.
But with Black Panther, though, like you see his whole face and his hair, the way his like, you get to see the way his like forehead like reacts to like his mouth movements. It's like holy shit.
Yeah.
This is borderline like scary, like how good it looks.
Yeah, I think is that the king from Walking Dead?
Is it? I don't know.
I think it is.
I don't watch Walking Dead.
Oh, I mean, I don't anymore, but
I started it up with the first like 2 seasons. After that, I fell off. But I read the comics quite a bit, and the comics are good. But yeah. But no, it was cool. Like that dude playing Black Panther is really cool. I really liked his performance. I liked Captain America's performance. Like
So,
honestly, if this was like a movie, I would watch it.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying, man.
I think you're saying, yeah.
Do that. But yeah, so that's the thing. So this is the trajectory of these fucking Marvel games, man. Is even the DC games too, is that they show something like this, everyone's fucking excited, and then they show the game and they're like, you done fucked it up. And that's where, because remember when they showed like Suicide Squad, it was like the same shit where it was like, oh, this looks cool shit. Yeah. And then, you know, there's a video game there, and when they show that, then everyone's like, nah.
Yeah.
So.
And even with this, like, I don't know if this is running like in real time. There are people on Twitter that are saying like, this is real time, and I'm like, I don't know if I believe that. There's no fucking way.
At the end of the thing, it was like fine print under the thing that says all footage in engine real time. So I could believe them. It's Unreal is very impressive. So
yeah, we'll have to see when it comes out or when they release more gameplay footage. That's what I want to see, what the game looks like. Like, I'm sold on the story. I'm sold on the characters. Sold on the tech. Just now you gotta sell me the game. You know, the most important part.
Yeah.
We'll see what that looks like. Next we got Animal Well.
Something completely different.
Completely different. What the hell is this?
Animal Well. It's a game that's coming from Big Mode, which is Donkey's studio.
Oh yeah,
studio.
I heard about that.
This game looks incredible. It looks like it's like a Metroidvania, I guess, but just the art style and the puzzles that they're showing off here, I'm like, oh, this is like really fucking cool.
Yeah, it hasn't been since like Ori and the Blind Forest where I saw like a 2D game make me go, oh, wow,
yeah,
that looks pretty.
So, it's just a really cool fucking looking game, and it looks like a lot of fun. And it's been on my wish list for a while. So they finally announced a release date for it.
Oh my god, kid. Sorry. He's like, we got him like Mega Blocks, and he's like sticking the 1x1 Mega Block in his mouth, and I'm like, hey, maybe not do that. It's not gonna like fit. He's not gonna choke on it, but God forbid if he falls and lands on his face, it's gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Animal Well.
Animal Well. Looks cool. Looks really cool. We got some game releases. Call of Duty Warzone Mobile is releasing March 21st.
Yes.
I forgot that was happening. I thought that already existed, actually, or I think it was something else.
Yeah, Call of Duty Mobile has been a thing, but I think Warzone has not been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see when that comes out. Final Fantasy 14 is finally coming to Xbox.
I'm interested to see, because you have to pay 2 subscriptions for that. Usually they waive the, at least PlayStation has been, they've been waiving the subscription costs for their online service. If you're playing this game, you don't have to subscribe to PlayStation Plus. But I don't think
but it looks like Xbox isn't doing that.
Yeah.
Well, because it doesn't just give you online; it also gives you access to the game. So cause it's coming to Game Pass, isn't it?
No.
No? Okay, then never mind. Fuck Xbox.
No, it's not.
Oh, careful, kid.
I think there's a trial for Game Pass, but it's like worse than the trial that you already get from the base game. So I don't really understand what.
Yeah. Never mind. Fuck Xbox then. Up next we got Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition coming out on PC.
Yeah.
You're excited for that. We got Crimson dropping on PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X. All these games release today, March 21st. So go out and get yourself some games.
I cheated a little bit. Usually, I don't look at these games before I we talk about them here. But this game looks so fucking insane that we have to like
What
look at
is it?
this. It is a precision platformer, but it also has the tags rhythm and horror. And if you look at the fucking
Yo,
graphics,
what?
I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Oh wait, I'm gonna turn the audio on just a little bit so we can like hear this because there's some audio component to this.
It's like Super Meat Boy having like a heavy metal fever dream.
Yeah.
Jesus, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what this game is, but
There's in Rayman Legends, there's those music levels, right? People don't talk about those music levels have a remix level after that. So it's the same song, but it has some sort of filter over it that fucks with you and changes the song and changes the way the level looks. This looks like that.
Shit.
Yeah.
I thought this was the guy that made like Devil Daggers, but yeah, it's a different guy, but it looks like it has that like Devil Daggers feel to it. Where it's like, what the fuck am I looking at? This is going in the wish list. It has a demo, and supposedly coming out today, but it's not yet. But yeah, I might have to get that demo.
Yeah, that looks cool. I might check out the demo too. That looks neat. I'm into that. Tomorrow we got Dragon's Dogma 2 releasing for PC, Switch, and PC, PS5, and Series X. Princess Peach Showtime is coming out on Switch. Rise of Ronin on PS5, and The Legend of Legacy HD Remastered is dropping on PC, Switch, PS4, and PS5.
Yeah, didn't realize Rise of Ronin was so soon.
Me neither.
It was a game that felt like it was like another year out.
Yeah, I didn't know that was out either. And Legend of Legacy too was like another one I didn't know was like already out or coming out again. Most of you don't know, Legend of Legacy was a 3DS game.
Oh,
so to see that getting remastered is like cool.
This a Square Enix joint. Why does it look like why does it look like that one game? This character,
Bravely Default.
Bravely Default. Is that him? Is that guy?
Hold on. Hold on. I'm pulling up. I assume we're talking about Legend of Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Bravely Default. It's not that, but it looks like it.
Looks a lot like it.
Yeah.
Wait, did the original game look like this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's all coming out March 22nd. Then last but not least, March 26th, we have Boom Road dropping on PC. Duranko Wonko. That's a great fucking name. Duranko Wonko. I like that. Dropping on PC. Not Lottle. Not a lot. Not a lot. That's it. Not a lot. Releasing on PC. Bulwark Falconeer Chronicles releasing on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X. Grandia HD Collection is coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. I thought that was already out for those. I'm surprised to hear that's coming out. It's already been on Switch forever. So I'm surprised it's barely coming out for those.
Duranko Wonko. I'm sorry to go back to this. But it's a game where you play as a Pomeranian and the goal is to fuck up your owner's house.
Dude, do it. I like that.
It's like it almost looks like Katamari-esque, where you're fucking up the house and you get rewarded the more you fuck up.
I like that.
It's going on the wish list.
Yeah, that looks fun. That looks really fun. Okay, that's cool. I never heard of this game until today, so I'm into it. What are you doing, Booger?
It's free to play too.
Oh, it is? So I'll definitely try it out then. Next, we got Planet Zoo. And then finally, South Park Snow Day dropping on everything. I forgot this was coming out.
Yeah, it's crazy because I feel like I still don't know what the fuck this game is.
Yeah, I haven't watched anything on it really.
Yeah.
I saw that first trailer and I was like, I'm not into whatever it is this game is, so I'm skipping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is only a $30 game though, which is interesting.
Yeah. So that's something to consider for sure then. If it's not like if it's not like a full $60-$70, then maybe it might be worth checking out. But
Yeah.
I'll wait till the reviews drop in for it. Yeah. And I guess I'm gonna do it for the show. Thank you everybody for coming in, listening to us, saying hi, talking. Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah.
Sorry for the I had a baby stream today, but you know, I'm a dad. I'm gonna take a break from that.
Yeah. Guys, you can go to Gameoverse.com. Gameoverse.com/Twitch, Gameoverse.com/Discord, Gameoverse.com/YouTube. Everything's archived on there. Several hundred hours of stuff that you probably missed, most likely. You know, check out like the demo derby stuff that's on there. It's really good stuff. Really good stuff on there. Check out the Sandland stream I did, which is on there in 4K accidentally. Well, it's there.
Everybody can check us out on Discord. Like Wasabi was saying, you know, we're pretty cool. You know, come in, say hi, talk about games. In the meantime, you guys be safe, be nice to each other, and we'll see you all next time.